knew a load of guys that were all into music. We started to get to know more and more people around Leeds, and we're a bit of a scene. Well, there really was quite a scene, you know, like there was in the rest of England. But and there was this club eventually called Back to Basics, and we just wanted to get to play at Back to Basics, and that's all we wanted to do. And you know, we used to go to this club and we were just completely inspired. But you know, and there were DJs from all over the world, so we were being inspired by these guys and trying to make this music. And that one day, a friend of ours came round with a 303, a Korg Monopoly. I think it was an 808 as well. Anyway, brought these things around and just said, see what you can do with those, and I'll come back round and we'll try and do these tracks. So, but we couldn't get any of these things to work together. So, you know, this is like the days before the internet. You know, if you didn't know somebody who knew how to do it, you know, and we didn't have manuals to these things. So we didn't really get much out of that, apart from this Monopoly had the MIDI, so we could still do this MIDI. But you know, we were making more and more tracks with that, and we had these little cassette tapes, and every day we're just doing another track, and you know, saying we'll get this to basics. And to be honest, I must have 100 of these tapes that we never actually even sent anywhere. So I'm just trying to explain how this went on and on. So we now get into like in 90. After that, I met my wife, and she said, you know, you need to get back into this. I can see how passionate you are about music. You know, you need to do it. So she encouraged me, and I got a few bits again, a few samplers, and then just really started getting into it again. And then a mate of mine, Phil, who we did Cosmic Groove Transmission with, you know, Phil. So when we made Phil and I was then getting into it, and we're making more and more of this music. And we'd spent the last 10 years, you know, listening to house and techno, and we were always really into it. And so we were just then making every weekend, and every time we could get together, we were just making more and more music. To be honest, we were only sending it to 2020. For a few years, we were only sending to 2020, and they were just not interested. It wasn't their kind of thing. Then one day, the manager there, Barry Singleton, said, "Stuff's really great, you know." He said, "Have you sent it anywhere else?" I'm like, "No." He said, "You need to speak to a guy, David Jurias, in France." And well, we sent it off to David, and David was buzzing about it, and I'm thinking, you know, I was thinking it was rubbish because, well, I didn't think that in my heart, but, you know, I was thinking rubbish because we couldn't get gigs off it, and we couldn't get a contract, you know, with 2020. So, but then it was like David liked it, you know, and in between that time, we then found another guy who'd become a friend for a long time, called James Ellis, who had another label called Drenched, and he picked up on the track. So all of a sudden, we'd got this other release, and then a lot of these tracks that we've been doing, more and more people are becoming interested and liking these tracks, and it just seemed to spiral for a period there after that.